as Drake tries to get his camera fixed and working.
Sorry, we're on KHCC online radio right now. It's the country station, right?
Yes.
All right.
Which we've done a format change. Our top 40s music is now 90s music.
90s music.
Yes.
Okay. Gonna have to listen to some Eiffel 65.
I heard about some NSYNC issues you had on the Heat Seeker.
I was listening to Megadeth.
Oh, okay. So that's not what I heard, but anyway.
I was listening to Megadeth.
Didn't know Megadeth and Justin Timberlake sounded the same. But, let's see. What is your favorite match of all time?
Oh, wow. My favorite match of all time. Is that one that I've participated in?
It can be one you participated in, one you've seen, one you've been a ref, a ring announcer, whichever one.
Okay, well, I've never reffed, so I have that on my pride right now. I've never been subjected to the fucking referee spit. No offense, because I know that some people really like to be a part of the show, but I was born to be a professional wrestler, and I plan to stay that way.
Right.
My favorite match that I've ever been a part of, I've got to answer that for jealous reasons. I mean, I could say the Clockwork Orange match. I could say the ladder match. I could say, any kind of death match that I've been a part of, which I've done all that stupid shit. I wrestled an exhibition against my brother, Christopher Crow. I remember I was wearing a black wife beater, my red kilt, my original kilt. I had blonde, long hair. I was young, dumb, and hung. And I remember my entire career while my brother was alive. I never wanted to wrestle him. I wanted to save it because I knew it would be good. I knew it would be good no matter what. We'd have to have a big build up to it, and we would have a big feud someday. You know, oh brother, man. You know, brother versus brother, oh brother. And Kareem Sadat, the promoter for SWCW, contacted me, and he said, well, I want you to wrestle your brother. I said, you know what? Let's just make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's see how it goes, because I know it'll be good no matter what. Mm-hmm. And I felt really bad that day because I had to go wrestle another company. As soon as I got done at Sooner, I had to pick up and leave, and I couldn't even hug my brother and tell him how much fun I had in that match. I mean, back and forth, it was great. I mean, like clockwork, the whole show was great. I enjoyed it so much. And, I ended up going over that day, which I regret now because I wish one dream I had one day was to just put my brother over. I wanted to make him look like $1 million, and I never had that. Well, he made me look good, no matter what. Even if he would have won that match, he made me shine. He did everything he could to make sure that his little brother had it good, and he did a fucking damn good job. Anyway,
Right.
What? They're yelling at me down the ring.
Just so everybody knows, we've got Johnny Stone, the one and only Rook, Special K, in the ring, working out.
A lot of people. Okay, I hate to get off shot. Do what?
And Kaiser's climbing the top rope.
Okay, just so you guys know, Special K is one of my star pupils. They're downstairs doing training right now, and he's gonna be somebody to watch in SWCW because here in June he's gonna have his debut. Really good kid. Anyway, going back to the match with my brother. I mean, that was such an important match to me because it was the one time we had ever gotten to wrestle. Second to that, I say my other favorite match of all time would be the match where we tagged together and we defeated the New Age Syndicate. The one time we ever wrestled, we got to go over, so it was pretty awesome. My favorite match I've ever seen live, I was at the Unforgiven pay-per-view in 2006, I believe it was, and I got to watch Matt Hardy versus Edge in the middle of their huge-ass feud, Big, important thing for me because, that's what got me to want to be like it was kind of like the...
Was that the one at Unforgiven here in Oklahoma?
Yeah, that's right, at the Ford Center at the time. It's the Chesapeake Energy Arena now. But at the time...
I was there.
Were you?
Yeah.
I was on the left side of the ramp. I was 6 chairs from the front row.
I was actually... You know how they have the floor seats? You have your floor seats. Well, I was in the second row up on the risers.
I was on the floor seats. I was in the 6th row. I was right next to the guardrail. I got to watch everybody come down. I got to watch Ric Flair pull girls out of the stage and he took them to the back, and it was awesome. Everything.
The best butt crack moment.
Oh my! That was probably one of my favorite matches too, because I got to watch Ric Flair actually make it to the top rope. He got to pull an axe handle. And
you got to see him win a championship.
He won a championship. He won the Intercontinental title that day, which was awesome. But that leg drop off the cage, man, that changed my life. It legitimately changed my life, and it just made me want to be a badass. I mean, I remember when I jumped off a cage the first time I felt like Davey Snook. I wanted to, like, you know, do the whole thing. But,
exactly.
It is terrifying up there, by the way, so don't go up there unless you're a trained athlete and you have a license. But, yeah, I'd say those were my top two.
Okay.
At least.
We were talking about your brother, Christopher Crow. What are your thoughts on the upcoming Christopher Crow Memorial Cup Invitational Tournament?
I think it's fantastic. I was approached by you and a bunch of the other promoters, and you guys were all pitching it to me and asking me what I thought about it. And I said, as long as I get to be a part of it,
Absolutely.
you know, as long as I can earn my way in just like everybody else, and I can be a part of that tournament, I really don't care who wins as long as we have a good show and you know, my brother is never forgotten, you know, because there's no way in hell it'll ever happen. But, you know, we packed out the house last time we did the Christopher Crow show, and
now we're going to add a tournament to it.
We're going to add a tournament this time around. Last time we had one of the best shows SWCW's ever held. This time we're going to do just that. We're going to repeat history, and we're going to have just as much fun doing it this time around.
And I'm actually glad that we get to be a part of that, because that's going to be great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially that we were given the opportunity to sponsor that.
Oh, it's an
tournament.
honor. It's an absolute honor, man. You know, because I've been told a little bit about all we're putting in. We're putting a lot of work into this. Hell, I saw Kuhn the other day. He has a Christopher Crow Memorial tie.
Absolutely.
It is beautiful. I mean, we've got all kinds of stuff going on.
I had that custom made.
Custom.
And it'll be one I bring out of the mothballs one time a year.
One time a year. That kind of dedication to fucking loyalty and just something as beautiful as a tournament for a guy like my brother, who was probably, you know, the definition of a man's man. And, you know, I miss him to death. I love him.
We're going to put on a good show for him.
I hope to God he's watching, and I hope he's impressed by everything we do, because we're going to tear the fucking house down. We're going to tear the fucking house down. All right.
Well, I've got a couple more questions here, and then we'll let you go so you can go beat up on Rook for a little bit.
Yeah, sounds good. He needs a little bit of an ass whoop.
What is the most heat you've ever gotten?
Oh, wow. That's a good question, because I get heat pretty much everywhere I go.
SRPW.
You know what? I actually that's not the most heat I've ever gotten. But I went to SRPW in Mounds, and they do a show out of a library, and for one, which makes no sense because the wrestling show is as loud as possible. I always said that if I wrestled for SRPW, when I hit the curtain, or every time I would slam somebody, I'd be like, "Shh, you're making too much noise." Every time the crowd would be like, "Yeah," I'd be like, "Shh, we're in the library," you know, and which would go over great because I know they'd be like, "Fuck you," but. Anyway, I'm coming. I went to SRPW, and I was told that I was booked. I drove all the way there from Oklahoma City, almost 3 hours. And when I get there, no booking, no plans for me to be booked. They act as though I'd never been there in my life, you know, and they don't know who I am. And I'm like, okay, I know who all of you are. You guys were just in Oklahoma City a week ago. I was willing to book you people. Why don't you throw me on your card? Do me the same justice. We'll come back next time. So, hey, would you guys mind being plants in the crowd? So me and John Stone, we sit down in the crowd. We're told to be good plants, you know. Get the crowd going, egg them on. Everything we did that day, we got more heat and we got more attention than anybody on the show. We stole the show by sitting in the crowd. Imagine what we could have done in the ring, for God's sake.
Absolutely.
I mean, we were getting cheap pops left and right. A good friend of mine, I don't know him very well, but he's a good friend. I talk to him over the internet all the time. He's the SRPW heavyweight champion right now. We actually gave him his character, the Ginger Avenger. That is his gimmick, like full-blown gimmick. He's a redheaded guy, great guy. You know, he went and he wrestled for a couple of companies out of state. He came back here. He did one match with us in the crowd. His entire gimmick is based on something that we did to insult him. I mean, it wasn't a legit insult, you know, we were told to do it. But at the same time, what we did got him over, and it got him over so good that he's the SRPW champion right now.
Is that Rockwell?
No, not Rockwell. No, you know, now that you ask me, I can't remember his fucking name. Jacob O'Brien. Jacob O'Brien.
Last question. Biggest disappointment in wrestling.
I forgot to tell you. The most heat I've ever gotten, by the way, was the MWA, Maximum Wrestling Alliance. I went to a show, I was told to be the heel, and I was told to get as much heat with possible. I got that crowd on their feet wanting to start a riot because of the things I did. I spit water on people, I pushed children in the floor, I argued with old ladies, and I told old men that they needed to, go buy some Viagra so they could grow a hard dick.
Nice.
And when I went in the locker room, not only did the crowd want to come beat my ass, but everybody in the locker room wanted to come beat my ass because all the people that I had insulted happened to be their family members. So at the
don't ask for something you don't want.
Exactly, don't ask for it if you don't want it. At intermission, I was given my $20, whatever it was, and I was told to get the fuck out. So we had to sneak out the back door and avoid getting attacked by hundreds of people. For the record, the guy I worked went to WWE for almost 6 months, and he still doesn't know how to do a drop toe hold. I'm done with that one.
All right. Biggest disappointment in wrestling, aside from somebody, former WWE wrestler, not being able to do a drop toe hold.
Other than him not being able to do a drop toe hold, biggest disappointment. I guess my biggest disappointment could be every moment that I think I'm booked on a card and I assume that I'm going to get a good spot, and I think that, man, this is going to be fun. I'll get a road trip out of it. I can get another federation on the bio. I can, add a little bit of something to my reputation, and I can maybe, improve a little bit, and then whenever at the last second you find out a show got canceled, or you find out that the guy who is promoting the show doesn't want you on his card, or, anything like that, anything that can keep me away from wrestling breaks my heart. I mean, it really does. I mean, even being here, doing this little discussion with you, having this interview, I'm 10 feet away from a ring, and I'm flabbergasted. I'm happy. I mean, it's about 30 feet, but whatever. I'm really excited because I know there's a show today. I mean, yeah, Doink the Clown's going to be here. Bushwhacker Luke's going to be here. You know what's going to disappoint me? When they walk in this locker room and they act like dicks. And every single one of them acts like they're bigger than how big they are. They're not superstars anymore. Yeah, they're going to bring a few people in. They're going to be the reason why a few people come in, because no one put my name on the card. No one threw my name on the poster. All the flyers I saw out there, I wasn't on them. But at the same time, we didn't make the flyer. Usually, you want to know who makes the flyers at SWCW? This guy. You want to know who runs the SWCW Underground Academy to train all the students so they can be professional wrestlers? This guy. You know who runs KHDC Online Radio? Not this guy. That guy. And, it's the little things you do in this program that will get you over even more. And, I'm really hoping... honestly, there's 3,000 chairs in this place. I'm going to be disappointed if they're not all full. So, I couldn't even really tell you what my biggest disappointment was. Honest to God, in the wrestling business, my biggest disappointment was knowing that I could never wrestle my brother again. Because God damn it, dude, me and him would steal the show every fucking night if we could have a feud. And knowing that I'll never be able to wrestle him again, and I'll never be able to tag with him again, and I'll never be able to do pretty much anything with him again, until we get up in the sky, there's nothing we can do together, But I don't want to end this on a sad note. Let's end this show on a good note, because I know damn well that this is going to be a good show. I know you're going to have fun. I'm going to have fun. Devin's over here playing with himself. He's already having fun. So,
okay, well, I'll do for you what I do for everybody else. I've loaded the pipe bomb. It's yours to light. You got 2 minutes.
2 minutes to talk shit on anybody I want, okay. Wow, I don't even know where to start. I fucking hate every single one of you pieces of shit that isn't a loyal SWCW fan or worker. If you're a douchebag, I don't like you. Just saying. Well, you know what? Will Peden, FTA. Fuck you, you piece of shit, you stupid fucking mark. Dexter Hardway, I apologize. I won't be extremely rude to you, but you asked me if you can have a free ticket so you can go get something autographed from a bushwhacker. You can pay $10 like the rest of the marks. Okay, do you understand me? If you're going to mark out, you can pay for a ticket just like everybody else. He didn't have to pay for a ticket. You know why? Because he's a worker. He's got his ref shirt in his bag. Right here. See?
And my suit's down there, by the way.
And his suit's down there, so no matter what he's got to do, he's here to work. I brought my gear.
I'm always gear ready.
He's prepared. Just like everybody else who's in the ring right now, practicing. My students are in there playing right now. They're getting prepared. They're doing what they have to do to become a pro wrestler, or do what they can in this business to improve. For those of you who don't want to get better, you don't want to improve, you don't want to do something in this business that's going to make a shit, why don't you just leave now and don't bother coming back?
60 seconds.
60 seconds right now. Okay, I got plenty of fucking time to talk shit on whoever I want to, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk about nothing because I can talk as shit all I want. Because I might as well just be one of those radio guys because I can talk as fast as I want because I can. You know, we got this guy, that guy, that guy. You know what? I'm going to take a break. 2 minutes. Not 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Fuck every single one of you. I don't need 60 seconds. I don't need 20 seconds. I'm Drake Gallows, SWCW All-American Champion. I'm one of the greatest Oklahoma's had to offer. I'm number 14 on the top 50, and I performed the best match of 2011, and I'm goddamn proud of it. 2012, see if I can't do it again. Because if you look at the paper and you look at the proof, it's there. You want to go look it up? Look it up. Drake Gallows versus Bobby Starr, Clockwork Orange, House of Fun. I didn't think it was the greatest match I've ever had, but apparently everybody else did. I beat out everybody else in the state. I have won the best match of the year in Oklahoma, and I'm proud of it. Nothing wrong with pride. It's not gloating, it's pride. What's another good word for pride?
Pride.
Pride. That's all I need. Alright. I don't have anything else to rant about. Check out my channel, Drake Gallows, on YouTube. Watch Drake Gallows episode 1 through 19. We're working on 20 right now. I'm getting ready to start shooting commercials. I'm going to have everything publicized to let you guys know what I'm up to. I'm going to do as much I can to get on the internet as much as I can. So if you guys are interested in Drake Gallows, Christopher Kuhn, Devin Oliphant, pretty much anybody at the SWCW locker room, BYD locker room, any of my close personal friends or anybody that I'm near, they'll be on the Heat Seeker sooner or later. You can watch me do whatever the fuck I want, including scaring Courtney, taking a shit, doing anything.
Episode 20 needs to be a better.
Episode 20 is coming. What I don't even know what we're gonna do. We're probably gonna shoot on Doink the Clown, just so you know.
Oh, that'd be great.
I actually did shoot it. I've got to post it soon because John and I were in our hotel room talking shit on him. It was pretty awesome. So we're gonna close on a good note. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem.
This has
it was
been
a
fun.
pleasure.
We'll have to do this again in a year.
That'll work.
Yeah. In fact, we'll do it next week.
Next week, a year, who cares?
Yeah.
All right, that was Drake Gallows right here on KHCC Country.